Good afternoon. Kia ora, welcome. Welcome back to Carla. Kia ora and welcome back to another instalment of Sew, Knit, Create and Repeat, which is my channel and my little, oh, my nose is a bit wet. Oh, that's the cat. She's smooching against the tripod. It's a crafting channel. So if you want to watch crafting stuff and you haven't been here before, you're very, very welcome. And if you've been here before and you've come back, yay! Can't remember whether I just introduced myself. I'm in a bit of a flap because Evan's just turned up. So I had to go out there just as I'd hit record, come back, start again. Speaking of which, let's just make sure. Yes, I thought I'd better make sure that I was recording. So my name is Carla and I am coming to you from the east coast of the North Island of Aotearoa, New Zealand. Today is Saturday the 23rd, I think, of November, and it's a very overcast afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock. And I've been procrastinating about doing this for ages. So we're just getting started. Now it's quite warm in here, so I'm going to take this off, which is good because I've got a finished object under here, and that's my rocket tee, which I've knit using a tussar silk and linen cotton blend stripes. So yeah. So that's my finished object. I've also got a dress, but I left it inside because I have got so much stuff to go through. I just couldn't be bothered. So let's just get started because December is just around the corner and I've somehow run out of time to get going in here. I hope the light's not flickering. There is a fluorescent light in here and it does flicker every now and then, but it would just be too dark in here otherwise. Yeah, so, oops, I did that a bit close to the microphone. So this is my rocket tee and I love it. I've only worn it once before, shivers, once before, but yeah, it's nice and comfortable and it works really well with these dungarees, which are the Dunedin dungarees by the Sewing Revival Pattern Company. So yeah, here's that. And I don't think I'm trying to remember. Oh, hang on. I have got a teleprompter. Oh yeah, that was it. Right, so we've got a few things going on. I'm very scattered, I'm very sorry. I was watching Diane from U-Tree Yarn Craft. Just about every single time I'm on here, I mention her. And she just did a daily vlog, which I don't think you've done before, Diane. Correct me? I'm not sure. And she was making, she had like a candle making kit. And while she was doing that, I've made candles before and I thought, oh, I've been wanting for ages to make some of those dipped ones. And years ago, a friend gave me a box full of beeswax sheets that she had bought to make the rolled beeswax candles. And I'd made a few and then it just got put away. And I thought, actually, maybe I could melt some of those sheets in a jar and do some dipping. So I just impulsively did that. So I've made these real stumpy looking things. They look like poos. But they actually do look really cute. I haven't trimmed the wick yet, but they actually look quite cute in the candelabra, candle holders. But I will get a longer and skinnier jar and give that a go. So basically you melt your wax and then you dip the wick into it and you pull it out and then you cool it down in water and then you just keep repeating that and layer upon layer of wax builds up on the wick. So it's quite cool. And this was just a mixture of different colours and it turned out a really nice green. So that's another finished object. And then during October, I actually cast some more things on. So if you watched Vlogtober, you would have seen me cast this one on. So this is in my East Anglia Yarn Festival bag, which I was given by my friend Sue, who is from the UK. And she sent this over to me as a lovely surprise with some goodies earlier this year. And this is the Broken Wings shawl by Joji Locatelli. So let me show you what it's supposed to look like. Here we go. Not giving anything away there, so that's it there. And yeah, I think it was Diane from U-Tree Yarn Craft that had made one, and I just love the way it looks, so I thought I'd make it. And I'm making it in, I'll show you in a minute. So I'm using my Addy olive wood needles. Hopefully you can see. It's a bit hard to show you until it gets blocked. I'm using Lay Family Yarn, and it's called, is it Roasted Chestnuts? What does it say on there? I've got the tag up on my wall. Chestnuts Roasting, it's called. And this ball of wool was gifted to me by Sue, who sent me that. So I thought, let's pop it in that bag. So there's that one. To be honest, I haven't really worked on it much in the last few weeks because I've had a couple of things that have been taking my my interest and distracting me. Another one that I cast on, and I don't know whether I did show it during Vlogtober, is let me think of the name of it, the Stratum top, and it is by Yumiko Alexander, and I'll just turn it over so that you can kind of get an idea. It's just kind of like a poncho type thing, and I'm using another cone yarn, and that's a cotton and silk blend, and I purchased that from Amy at yarnoncone.co.nz. And this is what I've got. I have done almost one complete side. I hope you can see that. I've never done a garment with drop stitches before, and I was so excited to drop the, the stitches. So I obviously haven't dropped these ones until I get to the end before the lace pattern at the end on the cuff. And then I'll just repeat this all to do the front or the back. It's, you know, double-sided. It doesn't really matter which way. But I'm really enjoying this. I've been taking this one to work because it's a really easy pattern repeat to remember. You've just got to remember which one you're on. So there's that. I'll put that one back in here. Otherwise, we'll end up with a mess. That's knitted on 5.5mm circular needles, and I'm using that, just my Addy clicks. And that middle piece is actually, you start with a provisional cast on and you work one side, and then you pick up that provisional cast on and you work the other side, and then vice versa. I love it. What's the other one? The Radvent cardigan. So during Vlogtober, I asked everybody some opinions on contrast yarn and different things, and I balled up all my my 2024 what was it called? was it a winter solstice advent that Sarah from Mama Wooling did. What is that? And yeah, so I've done that. I haven't done it. I've done half, sort of. You'll see what I mean. I think most of you know what the Advent looks like, but if you don't, you can just look it up. I do have a very crinkly looking, crinkled pattern here. I think Evan's kicking the ball for Digger outside. And I'll show you what I've done. So this is my first half, which is now on hold. So that's another one of Mama Wooling's yarns, which I already had in stash, which I've used as the contrast. So it's that sort of inky purple. And that's the colour 13 there. If you can see, the colours are just beautiful. You can see that. And I've just started on the cuff for the other side. And just remember, I've got to pick up for quite a decent, what do you call it? What's the word? Oh my gosh, what's it called? Band. Got to pick up a band, do a band around there and around the neck. But I do really like that, and it's so soft. It's such beautiful, beautiful wool to work with. So that is my progress on my red vent. So I'm just going to hide that in here. Grogu, our cat, keeps stealing the contrast ball and the cuff contrasting ball and rolling across the floor because she's a dog. What's that one? Haiku by Knitting for Breakfast. What was that pattern? When did I do that? Oh, I forgot about that one. I got another new cast on as well. Just as well I put that in there. Yeah, I know. This is called Haiku, and it's by a place called Knitting for Breakfast. Oh, it's right, the pattern didn't print off the proper picture, but I'll show you what I've got now. And then it's a summer t-shirt, and this is one of my acquisitions as well. It's this cone of 100% linen. And this is it here. Let's just do this, right? Yeah, that'll hold it. So we don't have... It's very, very pretty and very addictive. There you go. So this is the neck. It's just really gorgeous. I really enjoy working with linen. It doesn't bother me. I like when I'm knitting, I love it when I go from something that's really soft to something that's not. I like textures. I love touching things. Do you remember that movie Amelie? I remember that really clearly, a scene where she went into a marketplace and she was running her fingers through these like bins of dried beans and feeling the texture of it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm like. I love doing things like that. It just, I love it. So that's what this is like. So that's one. Oh, I just about forgot about that, but it's sitting in this basket with my Gloam cardigan, which I haven't forgotten about. I've been working on that as well. I've been a multitasker. And filming little bits because I'm actually going to be doing a a process video of start to finish, because I've actually been processing alpaca right from the shorn fleece right through. And this project is made with a blend of alpaca and wool. I honestly couldn't tell you what breed the wool is, because I bought it from a craft shop in town and it's just called the Kairanga flock. It doesn't actually say what kind of sheep are in the Kairanga flock. But here's a couple of little small bobbins that I'm going to apply together. It's my latest lot. Just doing it as and when I've got time. And they're just really quite nice. And they turn into that, which I had to wind up like that because the cat stole it out of the basket. And this is what, I must have left the pattern inside, sorry. It's called the Gloam cardigan by Caitlin Hunter, if you want to look it up. Oh wow, I'm halfway through a row. Not sure what happened there. Let me just, should we just knit to the end of that? Don't know if I'm going to be able to have time to do that. I'll just quickly knit to the end. I'll tell you what I did this morning. So last weekend, my daughter Jess and I, we went into town. I texted her and I went and picked her up from her house, and we went to town and we went around all the op shops. And then we finished our morning off with a visit to cafe, and we had a mochaccino and a bowl of fries with aioli, and it just finished off the morning just great. It was just a really nice time together. And I said to her, look, I reckon we should do this just like once a fortnight. We'll get together and we'll do this. And she's like, yep, that sounds cool. And then last night I get a text and she's like, I'm going to town and we're going to go op shopping after the park run. She does park run in the morning. She said, should I, do you want to come? And I was laughing. I was like, yeah, okay. It's only been a week. But, there might be some bargains. And this year she's doing Thriftmas. So she's only buying secondhand things for people for Christmas presents. And so she's, hunting every chance she gets. She's hunting for little treasures for people. She's on a tight budget. She owns a house now. And yeah, so we went again today, and once again it was a lovely morning, and we finished it off with a nice drink and some hot chips, and we got some nice bargains actually, but I've left most of them inside. So I bought one of those sort of, I can't remember what you call them, like they're those lamps that have got the springs and you can pull them down easily, but it's an old one from like, say, maybe the 70s by the look of it. And it was manufactured in New Zealand, so I dare say it was probably worth a fair bit. It's really heavy. My back is quite sore, and I was trying to carry that through town. I ended up asking Jess if she could carry it. And what else did I get? Oh, I got a lovely little summer cotton dressing gown. Really beautiful fabric. I love that fabric. Just a lovely sort of floral. Oh. If I can remember, I'll put a picture in here, but if I don't shoot me. You might see it during Vlogmas if I end up doing Vlogmas. I'm sort of half in, half out of Vlogmas because, December is a really busy time of the year. But I do enjoy the, the motivation that you get from vlogging, because you're kind of accountable not just to yourself but to other people. Right, I've finished the row and now I can show you properly. So this is what I've got to with the Gloam. So that's the back, that's the top, that's the bottom, and I'm just working on the plain stockinette section now. It's really hard to see the pattern in this light, especially with the type of yarn that I'm using, but it is a really nice texture. So yeah, I've just finished that row just to tell you that. So there, and that's just living in this basket, which I got from Trade Aid. And I'm just going to pop that in there, and I'll pop this one here in there, because this sits beside my by my armchair in the lounge, and because they're quite patterned pieces, I wasn't taking them to work, so they're not in a project bag, they're just in that basket. What have we got? Oh, right, so this leads on to kind of like acquisitions. So last week when my daughter and I went into town, we found some embroidery kits in the Habitat for Humanity store, and they were brand new, still sealed up. So we both actually bought this one. That's the pattern. Oh, that's what it looks like. Well, hopefully you can see that. And I just made my own card and attached the threads to that. And that's what I've got. Hopefully you can see that. So I've been really enjoying it. I better get cracking actually, because I've used the air erasable pen, and it's really starting to fade now, so I better get onto that, otherwise I'll have to retrace it. So yeah, so there's that one. So I've done that, done that. I won't show you that because that doesn't need to worry about that. Yeah, so I'll show you, because pretty much everything that I got when I went to town last week was all craft related. And I got a bag, and it was full of like cross stitch type stuff. So there were four hoops. So there was the one that one there's on. One I gave Jess because she bought one of the kits as well. These two, because it's always handy to have them. And hang on, I'll just pop that over there because I'm not going to take those back inside. Get rid of that. I don't know where those came from. That was the plastic bag that all that stuff was in, and it was $4 for the bag. You wait till you see. So there was that, which is a kit for a protea, which I think I might actually do. I've got some fabric there, so I might as well. And then there were these sort of template sheets. Let me show you this. They're really cute. But wait, there's more. Then there's these iron-on transfer ones. There's ones like that. What does it say? Trichem. Don't know. Some push-out stencils, which you can't see because I haven't pushed them out. You can kind of get an idea there. There was a mixture. There was so much in this bag. There's that one. Another iron-on. That's lovely. Quite like that. Some of these things I wouldn't use, but some definitely would. Those are gorgeous. I've got a few real old bits like this already that I've used before. What does that say? Dayton's Transfers. I didn't even see this one. Some of these I haven't even really looked at properly. I mean, look at that. Hopefully you can see that all right. It's lovely. That one, I'm going to show you all these. Sorry. Some ducks. Oh look, if I had that one with this one, I could sing 5 little ducks went out one day. I'm not going to sing for you. The fleur. It's a very wedding bells. Lovely. Butterfly. Honestly, these are just gorgeous. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. I love these ones. I don't know whether you can see. I'll put it around that way. Like that. Absolutely gorgeous transfers. Oh, where's that one say? Oh, this one says, Grandma loves me. Yeah, so there's quite a lot. Oh, I won't show you them all. It's that one. So more butterflies, more flowers, just lots and lots of gorgeous transfers. And then there were these. So these ones have already got images on them to stitch. They've just not been done. These ones are gorgeous. There's a whole lot. There's that one there. And then, oh yeah, so this one here is like, it's that big and it's got like 2 corner bits. I don't know if you can see that. But then all the rest are kind of like, I think they're cushion shaped. And I'll show you what I mean. Unless that goes along, you know how sometimes on couches they have something along the back of the couch which sort of just drapes over the back. Maybe that's what this is. Because there's 1, 2, 3 of these and they all look like cushion shapes. And they are unstitched. So I'll just show you, hopefully you can see the pattern all right in this light. And there's 3 of those. 3? Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 of those. I'm getting tired. And then there's this tablecloth which is half done, and I don't know whether to keep the stitching that's on there or unpick it and do my own. I haven't, because some of the colours I don't really like I'm not really keen on those. But do I look impressed? My phone ran out of storage and I only noticed because the little Bluetooth connection to my phone for this microphone started flickering, and I thought, oh, that's strange. So I've probably lost about 10 minutes and I'll have to redo that bit. So I was talking about the tablecloth. I will probably unpick it, is what I was going to say. And then I also got a couple of these books. I got that one and this one, which are lovely, useful little books and just gorgeous anyway. Excuse me. And then I've just loaded this up with other stuff that I was showing you. I showed you quite a bit. And then I got this, which is not craft related, but it's in the same basket. And then I got this basket, which is great for like different like sewing projects if they're half done, and they can just sit in the basket and on the tray, I should say. So yeah, now this is where I got interrupted. Well, it's not where I got interrupted, that was where I got interrupted, but I just about fully told you about this and then was all cut off. Never mind. I have been very lucky. I've been very spoilt. 2 absolutely gorgeous friends from overseas have sent me gifts in the last couple of weeks. So the first one that arrived was from my friend Angie, and she had put together 2 parcels, one for myself and one for Kelly, of almost identical, well, I think just about identical bits. Mine had the stuff that I'm about to show you, plus a couple of toys for Digger, for Grogu, and one for Digger, which have now been distributed across the yard. So this is what I got. First of all, this lovely card, which is going to go up on my wall in here. So it's going to go over there now. And yeah, these are the little bits. So I got a nail file buffer, which is just great because I hate having like catchy nails when I'm knitting. Ugh. Irritates the hell out of me. An emergency stitch fixer on a keychain. Isn't that clever? This is just brilliant. These, which Evan wanted to steal, and I was like, I don't think so, bro. Couple of tea bags, which now I can drink because I've shown you. Got 2 of these, but one's inside, and they're a little solid lotion bar. Oh, and they just feel nice, and they smell divine. And they are by Bloom and Hall. Really nice. Kelly said, was it Kelly, we were talking about this after we both got our parcels, and she's like, you almost want to like find an excuse to have to wear one of these. Llama. And this is really special. Angie wove this on a loom. So that's going to go on a table. How special is that when someone hand makes something for you? I mean, just about brings tears to my eyes. And then some toilet paper, which will not be used for bums. And they've got instructions on how to do seed stitch, broken rib, knit 1 purl 1 rib, and moss stitch. Which, until I just saw this, I thought seed stitch and moss stitch were the same thing, but apparently they are not. And then last but not least, Angie dyed these yarn blanks, these minis, and she did 3 lots. She did 1 for me, 1 for her, and 1 for Kelly. So we have a matching set, and we're going to make a cowl. But we haven't decided on the cowl pattern, so girls, hurry up and decide, because I'm terrible at deciding. And because she used, can you believe she used food colouring? And must have been white vinegar or something. Oh, and it's got a little stitch marker because Angie's from Illinois. And it says 1 more row. And so, because she was worried that the colours might run, she gave us this. I was like, oh, wow, yeah, well, I've never seen a colour catcher in our supermarkets before. That's cool. And then to find out that that was why. So there you go. So thank you so much, Angie. You know you made my day when I got that. And then I got a message from lovely Sue Dale from the comments. Lovely Sue, who's just another beautiful knitty friend, who has spoilt me again because she was doing a de-stash, so I thought I might end up with a couple of skeins, and I ended up with lots. And I mean, this is just so generous. And I haven't even asked you if it's all right to show, Sue, but I'm going to. I hope you don't mind. Because, I mean, these colours are just amazing. like, this is like Christmas time. I mean, how generous is that? Literally, these gifts have just blown my little mind. There's just, I mean, I've been very spoilt with a lovely little note, and I put my notes, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. I put the little notes, I've got a little card, and I've got a note from Kelly, and I've got one from Sue, and I've got another one from Sue, and I've got one from Angie, and they just all get popped up on my pin board up there because, I mean, that's just so special. I'm so lucky. But I'll show you the rest of these when, as and when I use them. Now, I showed Evan, and this one here, he goes, oh, I like that one. and when you see the colours, you're like, yeah, it's quite manly, but look, it's got sparkles in it. He's a dick. Right. I think I'm still recording. This is great. And that's all the crafting content for today. Thank God I got that out of the way. So yeah, just a little bit of a life update. It's all been the same. I've had, health-wise, a little bit of a problem with my hip. My hip flexors have been quite sore from walking in the morning, but true Carla style, I've been kind of just pushing through that. But I think what made it worse was I actually fell while I was gardening. I was pulling a big weed down the side, and it finally gave way because the earth down the side here is just like concrete now. It's so dry, and it finally gave way, and I went flying backwards and landed on my bum, and I obviously pushed myself out of line. So I went to the osteo yesterday because I had an appointment booked anyway for this shoulder that he's been working on, and he seems to have put everything back in line, but everything's still quite sore still. Had a little bit of a tummy bug last weekend, thanks to Evan, who passed it on to me, and then I've passed it on to someone at work, so nice. And so yeah, because I was going to record last Sunday, but last Sunday was before I actually got sick. Like, I just felt really tired and just really like meh, and that would have been why, because I actually wasn't feeling very well. What else? Oh, I do have a top that I'm making, but I will show you later. It's just a sewing one, and yeah. There you go. This is going to be quite a big one. I'm going to have to go inside now and edit it, put it away. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to pack up my knitting baskets and take them back inside. And I think we'll be watching another episode. Oh no, I can't. We're caught up. We've just started watching Silo on Apple TV, and we've just got onto the second season, but it's like released weekly, so we've caught right up now. It's a really addictive show if you want something really interesting. It's like, oh, didn't see that coming. So yeah, that's been really, really good. Should I do Vlogmas? I don't know. Maybe I'll just put the videos out but not stress about putting them out if I don't feel up to it. Does that sound like a good deal? You let me know. Thank you all for being here. This very muddly thing I call a knitting podcast. And oh yeah, I've got a vlog which I did like 2 weeks ago. What date is it? Almost 2 weeks. Yeah, it's 2 weeks now. 2 weeks tomorrow. where I did the She Shed tour, which is a woman's sort of craft shed tour, and it's almost finished being edited, but I hadn't done it because I've just felt so just, you know, even mood wise, just a bit lethargic. And I've got another one planned, which I actually filmed a couple of days ago after work. I just sat down on the couch, right, let's just do it. And when I went to review the footage, my lenses had been smeared and it was just blurry. The whole thing was blurry. And even though what it is it's going to be a roundup of, like, I think I found 29 knitting and crochet patterns as Christmas presents, but for the summer season, because, you know, Southern Hemisphere, it's summer, you don't really want to be giving a scarf, socks or hat to somebody for Christmas when they were not going to be able to wear them for a few months. But also similarly, in the Northern Hemisphere, if you've got friends with birthdays in May, June, July, August, which is your summer and my winter, you're not going to be wanting to do the same thing either. So you could use them for birthday gifts as well. So I really need to film that again, because we'll be running out of time before Christmas and it'll be a waste of time. But some of the items are quite small items. So I will try and film it. I might do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll just sit out on the back deck with a cup of coffee and do that before I jump behind the lawnmower and mow the lawns tomorrow. But yeah, look out for that one. And I will see you soon. So love to you all. And I'll catch up with you soon. Love ya. Bye.